What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of BoomJamGaming with Vampyr. So we were able to get in an episode of Resident Evil 6 earlier that made me pretty happy. Now I'm still looking for my own thing, but I know that it takes a bit to load in this game, so I'm just trying to get a jump on it. But excuse me. I do believe here. So how's everyone doing? As per usual, I've just started streaming and people are trying to get a hold of me. It's like, guys, please, you had several other opportunities throughout the day. Hello. How are you? Alrighty. Here I am. Hello, Governor. Oof. I have found me. Now, let's see what we got. What the hell was I doing? Alright, let's go rescue this moron. Poor idiot. Would you like to know more? Your army needs you. Join at once today. Would you like to know more? Ask your nearest recruiting office. There's a plague on, damn it. They're probably the worst pies in London. I'm really sad that that bug is affecting that one quest. I would love to have completed it the slightly better way, but I'll take what I can get, I guess. Nothing's perfect, and since there's no way to save scum, kind of a loss. Hello, thing. I think it's the only bugged quest. I hope it is. Shillings! Get your shillings here! Shillings! Everybody loves shillings! Yes, right? Like, it's not a perfect existence, but boy howdy, would it be helpful. I mean, I'm mostly nocturnal anyway, so, like, not a huge change for me. I do the cliche thing and try and take my vampire powers and be a superhero with them, because I'm a degenerate. But, you know.
This is despicable.
Light blood serum, a strange formula. A strange formula? Do you guys know what that means?
Doing this.
Maybe I can learn something. Well, someone needs help. A dazzled skull and a rogue skull. Yeah, no, same. A harem of goth girls doesn't sound unpleasant by any stretch. I do have a goth girl at present. Happy about that. But as I've told her, there are flavors of goth. And if you were a vampire, you could attract all of them. You'd have your pick of the litter. See if we can't snag a techno-goth. Those are rare. Are you fucks kidding me? There we go. There we go. Now I'm getting good at this vampire shit. Come on, man. We're none of us getting any younger. There we go. You motherfucker. That's my move. You can't do that to me. Techno-goths are cool. Then there's industrial goth, there's steampunk goth, there's Victorian goth, there's punk goth. There's so many different kinds of goth. Really, goth is just... Goth can be used as shorthand for black on anything. But there's something satisfying about it. I don't know what a dazzled skull is, and I don't particularly give a shit either. Well, all goths would make me feel special. But Victorian goth, if you want to get fancy with it. Fancy and wild.
Thirst for blood.
Widow in distress, save the isolated woman by defeating the skulls. Okay. Yes. That felt good. Hate those. Industrial goth. Like I said, so many different types of goth. It's just fun. Trust me, lady, I'm trying to help.
What do you want? want?
Steampunk goth. Ooh, pixie goth. Pixie goth, not to be confused with a goth pixie. Two very different things.
I don't know. Who were those people? They wanted to kill me. Why?
They've lost their minds in the epidemic. They won't come back for now.
You seem to know a lot about them, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm investigating this disease.
I am Xiaoxun. Thank you so much for helping me, Mr. Reed. I must go to the cemetery now. Goodbye.
Shouldn't you go back home, where you'll be safe?
Maybe later. But for now, I need to talk to my husband at the cemetery, Mr. Reed.
Okay, she's healthy.
Carnage. Is Father Whitaker's disciple among the bodies, I wonder? This man's far too old to be Samuel. No. By the look of his clothes, this man's a docker.
Oof.
Samuel isn't here. I had better follow the blood trail.
Yikes. That's a lot of blood.
It's locked.
Then break it open. With your fucking vampire powers. Don't be an asshole.
As I feared, Samuel no longer preaches the good word.
The people's elbow! I'm sorry, Sam. You were delicious. Fucking be dead already, Christ. I need to upgrade my bite and my blood intake. I think that's what I'll focus on in the next round of upgrades.
This
is blood intake and bite damage. I just want it to be a little more lethal. Oh wait, you know what? I do need to kill more skulls. To make sure that the place is safe for the lady. Blinker skull. Okay, here we go. I'm trying to figure out something real quick. Whilst I do. Putting all my thinkies into it. Oh, okay. I was wondering why you went so silent. Looking up what type of goth you are, eh? New goth. Yeah, hipster goth is also good. But I mean, I always liked hipster chicks, so... The thing is, you cast a broad enough net, and you're bound to catch something. And, I like women in general. Most aesthetics are pleasing to me in one way or another. Oh, okay. You know, I read that as dyeing grandma's hair. And I was like, what color did you dye it? I do. Pink is a good color with black. I think Widow in Distress is good until tomorrow night. She's also healthy, so that's good. I'm running into tombstones, knocking them over. Delicious rats.
I have this thirst for blood.
You can't just go chasing perfection. You have to let perfection come to you. Well, if the stream gets big enough, surely someone fitting that exact description will see this video, see that, and then we'll hunt you down through my inbox. This is a big-ass graveyard, not gonna lie. You know what's a movie I'm not ashamed of liking? It can be completely off topic. Frozen 2. I genuinely enjoy it. I like the music. Anyway, back to vampires. The music got very dramatic. Did I kill someone around here? This sounds like Bloodborne, or more really, like Dark Souls 3 music.
Good evening, Mr. Whitaker.
It's Father Whitaker, my son. So, are you still lost in your rational delusions?
I have found Samuel, your disciple. I am afraid I have bad.
Yes, I love
I
Zootopia.
already expected the worst. He should already have come back. He is dead, isn't he?
Yes, he is now. The epidemic took him.
Samuel steadily made donations to our cause. He would have rewarded you himself if you'd found me in that awful cemetery. Please accept this money.
Your disciple, Samuel, stole from the dead in Stonebridge Cemetery. I have proof of his crime, and proof of his death.
No! Samuel was the best of us. So devoted, so zealous. He gave all he had for the cause. He tirelessly preached the good word.
He defiled the dead with his petty thefts. That's how he financed your misguided crusade.
Think what you will. When this city is saved, he will be praised for his devoted fortitude. He walked boldly into the mouth of abomination.
Your precious Samuel used you. He was an immoral crook.
If that's true, then he will be my burden to bear during this endless night.
I have heard enough for tonight. Goodbye.
I didn't hear how many bell rings that was. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Ugh. I like how I could go like all day without sneezing, it feels like. And then as soon as I'm streaming, it's fucking sneeze o'clock.
There is no protection against malevolence and trickery.
No, just a delayed reaction. Probably also still busy. Alright, alright. It's true, we don't make the rules. We don't make the rules, we just know them. Wow, these hunters were right outside. True. Easy. Shillings? Why? Butter me scones. I found me some shillings. Jesus Christ. What the fuck happened in here besides several murders? Football. It's a sport. Go Packers. Ah. Good old fantasy football. Where the fuck is this goddamn box? Oh, hello, Axe. Just jutting out the wall. He does not. I'm very good at killing them. Who needs the Saints? I'm joking, I have no opinion one way or the other about the Saints.
This could be the box Lewis thought he lost. There's a letter inside.
Ooh, I like letters. Let us read the letter. Barrett, there's no easy way to say it, so I'm going to be blunt. We can't keep on like this. At least I can't keep on like this. If Joe ever finds out about us, about his wife and his best friend, it will crush him, and then he will kill you. We had some good time together, but let's face it. I'm never going to be your Jane Lewis. You know it, I know it too, so I'm ending this, right here, right now, if you agree with my decision. I'm sure we'll find a way to be happy again, you, Joe, and me, in time. And the most important part of our story will have been preserved. Until that day, I wish you'd forgive me. Goodbye for now, Jane Peterson. Oh. Oh. Well, that's,
A love letter from Joe Peterson's wife, addressed to Barrett Lewis. Who should I give it to, I wonder?
That would explain why the kid looks more like, Barrett than he does like, Joe. But I mean, I already knew that. So. Now the real question is, what do I do with this information, Do I expose the lie? The last time I decided that Joe might take it out on his son. Let's see. Because I'm leaning on just giving it to what's his name? Oh. Oh, wow. Okay, so I looked it up.
I'll let your guard down, sir.
And, Joe knows. He actually knows about the affair.
Cheap price, good quality. Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid. Cheap price, good quality.
You again? What do you want this time?
Why do you keep on working for the gang, Joe? You know it doesn't suit you.
It's true, I hate this job. And I know I made some bad choices, but I'm a wet boot boy now. People won't forget it.
You could leave tomorrow. Start another life in another town.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. We are poor. My son's weak, and there's no way he'll endure another disappointment.
Harry doesn't seem happy living in Whitechapel. Why did you make him come here?
I've always put my son's interests above everything else, whatever he may think. Our house is small but affordable. The walls are thin, but the door is solid.
You really love your son, don't you, Mr. Peterson?
He's my pride and joy. Even if he hates me for the choices I make and pushes me buttons more than he should.
Do you have any regrets?
Only one. Not to have my beloved wife by my side. She died when Harry was little. My sweet Jane. She gave the boy confidence.
Since the criminal nature of your job means you could be arrested, are you not afraid of what would happen to your boy if you were?
No one will ever take my son away from me. If that ever occurred, I'd hunt the bastard down and rip off his head with my bare hands.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you? What do you know of Harry Peterson? The boy seems so fragile. Not like his father at all.
Harry's a good boy, but he spends most of his time complaining. He's had it tough, all right, but he needs to grow a pair.
What troubles him exactly?
But despite being his father's son, almost everything, I think. He never wanted to come to Whitechapel in the first place. Hates this place more than most of us.
Barrett, you had an affair with Joe's wife, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. She's the only woman I loved. My first regret is that she stayed with Joe after Harry was born. The second is I never shed a tear when she died.
Did you ever try talking to Joe?
Never. But I suspected he knew everything, even without knowing it. And he decided to make me pay in his own way.
Do you mean you're Harry's father?
No one will ever know for sure. And it's better that way. And I don't believe I'd have been all that bad as a dad.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
Where's my money? Time to pay, one way or another. You again? What do you want this time?
How do I get his last hint? I need to know. I need to know all of the things. Well, from a game perspective, it's more valuable for me to give the box to this guy. He gives me stuff that I can break down for parts. Joe only gives me 25 shillings.
I found this box in an abandoned building nearby. I believe it belongs to you.
Let's have a look. Yeah, this is mine. So, you faced those loons that roam around there. Extraordinary.
I'm a very tall man.
I was lucky.
Luck is a commodity round here. Yours should be properly rewarded.
About this package, It's not just tools and trinkets, is it?
I want to be rude or anything after your kind gesture, but it's none of your business.
Oh, and
Goodbye
50
for now,
shillings.
Mr. Lewis.
Damn it. Wanted to listen to that. It's alright, he'll come back around. Oh. I was gonna say, I wonder where my nearest lair is. Here it is. Right over here. I don't know if there's anyone else in Whitechapel to talk to about Miss Crane. Yes! Things to analyze. A brisk blood sample. Strange formula. Yay! I can make the other medicines now. I have 43 opium. Neuralgia. Alright. Whose shit doth I need cure? I don't know who the fuck that is. I can't remember who that is either. Alright, no, I remember who he is now. Need to find Mr. Swanborough. Absolutely. Well, I need to heal these people. Because I can't afford... Having killed someone, I need to make sure this district is super fucking healthy. So that I leave it better than I found it. Because all I killed was a slumlord. But it's been a very long night for Dr. Reed. A long night indeed. I have almost 3,000 experience points accumulated. I didn't realize I had that much opium fucking accumulated. Well, the thing is, I already look spooky enough. Because I ate even one person. Some of these people are redeemable, I think. Like, I know something about Joe that you don't know. He seems like a dick. And honestly, so does Barrett. They both seem quite edible. Yes. The more people you eat, the more vampiric you look. Once I eat 5 more people, I will look even more vampiric. My eyes will go from the red that they are to black, and the blue of my eyes will become red. Because beforehand I had white, my eyes were normal looking. But now the retinas have turned red. So if I keep eating too many people... I could easily have not eaten anyone. There seemed like there were people who deserved it. I hear a baby crying. Come on, Joe. Step into your house. Oh, absolutely. And that's your prerogative. It's just every person you kill can negatively affect the district that they're in. That's why I'm trying to make sure I get as much good done before I rest and evolve. So that I can, save everyone some trouble.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you? Right then. Show me what you have.
Common trigger part. Could use a couple of those. Joe, just go into your fucking house already.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you? Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
No, it's hard to believe.
Okay, my next question is, where the fuck were those other dudes? Oh, okay.
I cannot enter.
Cordial can be the answer to all your problems. Sick and suffering. I'll not die in some
Good evening, Benjamin. Can I help you?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Reed.
You don't seem well, Benjamin. Do you need any help?
I always feel ill, sir. It's like I'm never right.
I can try to help your body heal, sir. But you must stop destroying it.
The war destroyed me, Doctor.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
The wet boogie will be proud of me.
Need to find her brother. Not sure where he is, but I know that he's got his own issues. Is there any other side quest that I'm currently doing? Oh, that's the guy. Have to come back at a later time, probably. I just can't get him to go where he needs to go. Alright, main story it is.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to.
He has bronchitis. Yeah, I do.
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be for Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nethercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
Poet. I would love to know where this poet is. I didn't know there was a poet.
It's locked.
It's annoying when you can see your target but can't get to him. Wow, that was helpful. Need to use my map, I guess. Maps are so boring. Oh, he's just around the church. God damn it, go into your house, man. Just want to eavesdrop on you and your son. I'm normal.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
May I ask what you're doing at this hour of night, sir? Do you live here?
Not at all. I'm just enjoying the pleasure of a quiet walk. Though night talks are always preferable, if you ask me. especially with strangers.
But are you not afraid of the epidemic?
Oh, why should I? I see some equity in the Spanish flu. No flesh should be saved, say the scriptures. Good or evil, rich or poor, all are equal in the eyes of the flu.
If you say so. But as a physician in a time of epidemic, I must caution you to avoid unnecessary exposure, sir.
Thank you, Doctor. But we both know the seeker of truth has to go boldly
The truth seeker.
where the weak dare not.
He knows.
What are your thoughts on the terrible situation in this city?
Terrible, you say? No. Of course, the death of so many innocents is a tragedy. But the scourge has not been all bad for the city. Oh, no, sir.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember London before the flu? Noisy, cacophonic, quiet nowhere to be found. And now, listen to this oddly peaceful silence.
Peaceful? That's quite an unusual way to speak about the epidemic. And very inappropriate, I must say.
Most people fail to understand my perspective. I don't blame them. But how could I call myself a poet if I veiled my feelings?
Are you aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
I understand your need for solitude, but it's not safe around here.
I don't care.
Yeah, well,
I don't
he's a
have
poet.
many friends, Doctor.
You know how they
And
can
my
be.
family despises me.
Wow.
If some misfortune came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you for a start, my dear Doctor.
Do you need medical attention, sir?
It may be wise to let you prescribe me something. I don't feel like I should.
I understand your appetite for words and macabre beauty, sir. But you should be more careful.
The nutrition of my mind is more important than my physical health. But I appreciate your concern, sir.
I was hoping you'd go there.
Are you aware that your life...
But this is where I...
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
Do you not think it a little morbid?
On the contrary, sir. Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty. Just like my dear muse, the wonderful Camellia.
What can you tell me about Camellia?
Not much. And that's the beauty of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a locked mystery who exhales kindness and sweetness.
True.
Perhaps you're just afraid to find out the truth about your muse.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves uptown?
And have you ever tried to learn more about her? Where she lives? How she survives? Whom she may know?
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
I mean, she seems like an exciting person.
In what way, exactly?
The struggle by gaslight, the barren smiles and the added hunger under the rain.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox. The stripped humanity raged across each street.
Vivid, of course, yes. And what about the poignant distress?
Oh yes, the poignant distress. You see what I mean, don't you? That's what I want to write about. And that's what Whitechapel is made of.
Poets.
Did you know the mute florist is a member of a secret society?
No, I didn't. But I thank you for this information, sir. For it only enriches the mystery surrounding the precious Camellia.
Are you not curious? Is there not more you wish to know?
That girl has not an ounce of malice in her. Whatever she may be hiding, it's certain to be for the benefit of most, if not all.
I fear
She's
you are
correct.
a hopeless
He is
romantic,
correct.
Mr. Nethercott.
Guilty as charged, Dr. Reed.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious. But, sorry, no, never heard of her.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu? Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills. Ow.
Yeah, he's not that bad though. He's just a dumb artist.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
$5,000 experience points.
Hello again, miss. Tell me about Richard Nethercott. I understand he is quite fond of you, Camellia.
Wow. You really can't
Very
get
well.
anything out of her.
Goodbye, then.
For there is no protection against malevolence and trickery.
Good evening, Doctor. Can I help you?
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
I'm a doctor, Mr. Darby. I care about everything involving public health and this epidemic.
Are you sure you're not just concerned about the repercussions that a scandal involving a certain Nurse Crane from the Pembroke Hospital would bring?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He has no relatives at all?
No. Except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nethercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
I already found him, but whatever.
He never goes out?
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Had to see if old Joe was gonna go into his friggin' house. Cheap and I'm clean, she says, coughing.
You look so pale, my lord. Would you like me to...
Not a bad come on. I do like being called my lord. Ah, the post box. Dearest, most beloved children, I am so sorry you have not heard from me for a few months. The situation in London has been difficult, and that may sound selfish and silly when you, my children, are still living in a country consumed by war, but there is also war going on here in England. War against poverty and against injustice. This is a war I intend to fight. Despite my advanced years, this is why I'm writing to you today. I won't be coming back to Romania. It probably means I won't see you again before I die. Don't be sad, my darlings. You're grown up now. You have children of your own. You know the sacrifice we sometimes must accept to make the world a better place. This is one I must make now, to feel useful one more time. I wish you a long and happy life. Kiss my grandchildren for me, and remember that your father loves you. All the way from this cold, damp country. I am, as ever, your loving father, Darius.
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter. Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
He's got bronchitis. Do I have bronchitis?
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again? Go away.
Mesmerize level 2 required. I don't... There's a way to get that?
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Potter.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though. If you want to talk to Dorothea, you must go across the courtyard and take the stairs.
We've not been formally introduced. May I ask your name and occupation, sir?
I am Darius Petrescu. I'm here to keep snitches and spies away from Dorothea. And I also run this little print shop.
So Dorothy's real name is not Crane?
Like myself and many people in this area, Dorothea is from occupied Romania. That's all you need to know.
She seems important to the community.
More than you can imagine. The West End does not want to hear of Whitechapel's misery. Dorothea is one of the few doing something about it.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
Are you not worried for her safety?
She is as brave as she is tough, and clever, too. If only I had met her when I was younger.
Are you in love with Camellia, Mr. Petrescu?
Don't be stupid. If I had met her when I was younger, we could have won our revolution.
Who is she, really? Do you know where she's from?
She's not from around here, that's all we know. Camellia is not even her name. It's her favorite flower.
You say she has no close family?
Well, there's that awful
weird.
poet who constantly follows her around like a lost puppy. A good man for sure, but a very poor writer.
He's a nice guy, he's just an idiot.
Tell me everything you know.
I do not believe...
Do you have any family left, Mr. Petrescu? Children or grandchildren?
Who knows? I have abandoned my people for so long, they might as well be dead. As dead as I am for them, I suppose.
Don't be embarrassed, sir. If you must know, my own father disappeared many years ago, and I forgave him.
It's quite awkward to talk about our families like this, but... Thank you, Dr. Reed. I appreciate your trust.
This war won't last forever. Did you ever think of returning to your country now it's free?
No. I have taught strength and determination to my sons and daughters. I'm an old, dying man who only has memories of better times to cherish.
How did you meet Nurse Crane, Darius? Why does she trust you?
I'm her oldest friend in England. Dorothea and I share many ideas about this country and about the country we left.
You mean occupied Romania, don't you? Even if not directly, I fought against your enemies.
Really? Then perhaps you have more in common with Dorothea than meets the eye, Dr. Reed.
I know you fought for your country when it was occupied, Darius. Tell me more about it.
I know my days are numbered, and I know I won't see my homeland again. But I fought for Romania all my life, and I will until my last breath.
But Romania escaped the grasp of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It's a free country again.
But it's not the country I fought for. My homeland is not appeased, Doctor. I still see a dark future ahead for my people.
But at least you care. You care, sir.
Do you need some help, Mr. Petrescu?
I am very tired, but that is all. I don't need you, Doctor.
Well, I think you do. Take this, and you'll feel better.
Free drugs from an English doctor.
Hippocratic oath.
Must be my lucky day.
I'm glad to have helped all of these people. Okay, that's good to know.
Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
I will eat Nurse Crane. How dare. How dare she attempt to be a good pass. You're on chapter 4? Nice. I only barely started chapter 2. In my first playthrough. And then I stopped playing the game for a while. The thing is, I feel like I chose wrong for Nurse Crane in that game. So when I started when I started this stream, I was like, I want to make a different choice. It's just weird that it would tell me I need Mesmerize level 2 to get past that when it's not possible.
Can you hear my voice?
Is Nurse Crane in trouble? You can't have that. A letter to Nurse Crane. My dear Dorothea, when you read this letter, I will be on the boat and take Anton with me back to Baraskov. England was not for us, and I confess I cannot wait to see again the proud hills of Transylvania. As soon as we are there, I promise I'll light a candle in the Black Church and pray for you to survive this terrible epidemic. I know you do not agree with this decision, and that you are determined to be more useful by helping our comrades exiled in the East End, but Anton cannot wait to return to our beloved country and see our long-awaited revolution bloom. He is my husband. I will stay by his side. I know we had our arguments and our fights. I know you would have wanted me to stand by your side and help you manage this clinic of yours, but now that I am leaving England, be assured that if anything would happen to you, if you were to great trouble or danger, I would come back immediately to London, with or without Anton. Please think of me as much as I think of you. I am your affectionate sister, Theodora. Nice lady, seems like.
I need help.
Got it.
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Razvan Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
It's too dangerous to operate with these convulsions. Sedative, nurse. Do we have any anesthetics?
I'm sorry, Doctor. None at all.
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor.
I am a doctor
He's
first and a
breathing again, but he's
vampire
coughing up blood.
second.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung.
I'm glad they're not
Prepare
making me
another
do this
tube.
part.
A thoracostomy.
That would
Doctor,
botch
we've
surgery.
nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor.
I don't know, I'm not the doctor.
He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see.
Having a PTSD flashback.
I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor.
Live, damn you.
A dose of epinephrine, now.
Yes, Doctor.
Maybe cardiac massage would have been better? I don't know. I'm not a fucking doctor.
We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Yes. We did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
Oh, so we need to talk? And there's a lot going on. Don't forget to like the stream, everybody.
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners.
That is accurate.
I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
Your heart might be in the right place, but you can't carry on with this blackmail. For God's sake, Dorothy, it's extortion. It's a serious crime.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
But why Lady Ashbury? Why her, of all people?
She's pristine and proper, all right. But that she-wolf in sheep's clothing murders the poor for sport. I have her where she belongs, and I'll milk her for all she's got.
Dr. Swansea is a sensible and honest man. He wouldn't have refused your friend's care at Pembroke.
It's easy for you to say, Doctor. These people cannot go to the police, nor to the hospital. They don't even speak English. They depend on me for everything.
So, the end justifies the means. Is that your defense?
I know you're kind, Doctor. Just another fine-heeled, silver-spooned gentleman who was given the world on a platter. You know nothing of poverty. Nothing of the shame, the hunger, the loneliness.
Oof. Damn. Tell me off more.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
See, I did this last time, and I feel like that was the wrong choice. I'm definitely not going to kill her. So I am going to spare her. She won't be at the hospital anymore, but she'll still be around here helping people.
No. Your place is here. Jailing you would be an even greater crime. So, here is my proposition. I'll look the other way on your little enterprise. In exchange, you will resign from the Pembroke Hospital and provide me with medical supplies when the need arises.
Dr. Reed! That sounds like a business proposition. My accomplice, then?
No, just a privileged client. My research may require the occasional rare piece of equipment or ingredient. I'll pay good coin in exchange, fair and honest, to help finance your noble endeavors.
We have ourselves a deal, Doctor. Good customers are always welcome.
Yes.
Alright, I do feel I've made the right choice then.
We have a deal.
Will soon suffer the consequences of my actions.
It's locked, all right. I cannot enter.
Yeah, I was never gonna kill Nurse Crane. Too good of a person. I was scared. I thought that was her screaming. Alright, what do those assholes do?
The flu killed this one.
She's not just a good person, she's an excellent person. She's better than most people. I need to see if there is a way to make that hit multiple targets. Well, there will be less sick in the district now. Fucking assholes. Well, the flu killed this one. Scumbags. I do not like these vampire hunters, mostly because they're hunting me. But also for that little stunt just now. Like if they were actually just hitting the skulls, I'd be fine. Joe, go into your fucking house. Anyway, we're gonna call this the end of the episode. What I am gonna do is I am gonna wait right here for a bit, and as soon as Joe actually comes into his house to talk to his son, I will pause, and we will start the next episode from there. Hope that sounds good to everybody. Alright, I'll catch you all in a little bit. Bye-bye.